The Golden State Warriors were supposed to be done. Too old, too inconsistent, too small, too washed. But now, they look terrifying. Steph is playing like it's 2016 again. Draymond is anchoring a top defense. The role players are clicking. And the Jimmy Butler trade, it might have saved their season and revived their dynasty.
3-point attempts. Curry sneaking down court. And Curry with the dunk.
I'm just going to cut to the rim. And there was JaVale.
Steps back. Crossover. Fires away. Wow! Another three from Curry.
This isn't the same Warriors team that started slow. This is a real contender. Let's break down exactly why the Warriors are clicking at the right time. The Warriors were 20-21 when they made the move. A borderline play-in team. Inconsistent, directionless, and stuck in basketball purgatory. They weren't bad enough to tank, but they weren't good enough to scare anyone either. Andrew Wiggins had regressed. Clay was streaky, and Steph looked like he was carrying the weight of the entire dynasty on his back. It felt like the end. Then came the trade. Jimmy Butler. In exchange for Andrew Wiggins, a 2026 first-round pick, and a 2028 swap. A high-stakes move and a clear signal. The Warriors were not rebuilding. They were going for it one more time.
Turn to a familiar place. They're on top of the NBA world.
You know how long the road is to get back here because of how hard it is to win on this level.
At first, fans were split. Jimmy was aging. He hadn't looked like himself in Miami. And Wiggins had been a key piece in their 2022 title run. But the second Jimmy touched the court in a Warriors jersey, you felt it. The energy shifted. The swagger came back. Golden State went 21-4 with Jimmy in the lineup, immediately becoming one of the hottest teams in the NBA. And Jimmy didn't just put up numbers. He changed the entire vibe of the franchise. He became the tone setter, the guy who dives on loose balls in January like it's Game 6 of the finals, the guy who gets in teammates' faces when the effort isn't there, the guy who takes the toughest defensive assignment and lives for the challenge.
He's kind of the de facto point guard playing with Podziemski, who's always better with a ball handler. And that pass from Draymond to Butler. Deshaun Tate and Amen Thompson and Butler. Give and go.
Here is Butler. He's got 9 points so far, 5 of 5 at the line. Finds post in the corner, and the three is good.
He brought exactly what the Warriors had been missing: accountability, grit, fearlessness. In a way, Jimmy became their modern-day Andre Iguodala, except more physical, more vocal, and more of a threat with the ball. He allowed Steph to play off-ball more. He relieved Draymond of the emotional heavy lifting, and he gave the young guys a blueprint for how to compete. The spacing immediately got cleaner, with Jimmy attacking downhill and making smart kickouts. The ball movement got crisper, with defenses now having to respect Jimmy's ability to create in the half court. And the defense, it became relentless. Traps, switches, rotations. Suddenly, the Warriors were fighting on every possession again.
Brandon Williams, he was great last week against Golden State. Williams had 12 points. He couldn't finish there. Now Butler down court. Podziemski corner three. Got it.
Like they're trying to come from Jimmy Butler's blind side, and he saw it. Had the presence of mind to make the right pass. Draymond to Jimmy Butler. Look at them work together. And Butler back out to Podziemski. Moody to end the quarter. Got it! Moses with a big three.
Jimmy didn't just join the Warriors. He reshaped them. He made them believe again. And more importantly, he made the league believe again. Let's talk about Steph, because something changed. Before the trade, Steph was grinding, averaging just 22.7 points per game, his lowest mark since 2014. The shots were short, the legs looked heavy, the rhythm was off. And for the first time in a long time, people started asking the unthinkable, as Father Time finally caught up to Steph Curry. But then, Jimmy showed up, and suddenly, Steph turned back the clock. Since the trade, Curry is averaging 28.2 points per game. He's shooting over 42% from deep, and he's doing it in fewer minutes, fewer touches, and with zero wasted motion. This isn't just a bounce back, it's a resurgence, a reminder. His efficiency is spiked. His gravity is breaking defenses again. He's not just playing well, he's playing free, unburdened, unlocked. He's gone nuclear in multiple games since Jimmy's arrival. Dropped 52 on Memphis in just 3 quarters. Hit 8 threes and scored 37 against the Lakers. Then torched Phoenix for 38 while barely breaking a sweat. These aren't just good games. These are "I'm still that guy" statements. And here's the wild part. His numbers since the trade, they're better than his 2015 MVP season. And in some categories, they're creeping up on his unanimous MVP campaign in 2016. The shooting splits, the true shooting percentage, the fourth quarter numbers, it's all there. But this version of Steph feels even more dangerous because he doesn't have to carry every possession anymore. With Jimmy controlling tempo, Clay spacing the floor, and Kuminga attacking the rim, Steph has space to roam, to relocate, to destroy traps, to read and react. He's back to playing chess while everyone else plays checkers. And that's when Steph is his most lethal, when he's flowing with the system. Not forcing, not chasing, just letting the game come to him. This is Apex Steph. Clinical, efficient, ruthless. And just like in 2022, he's heating up right before the playoffs. Let's talk about the young guys, because they've been cooking. Brandon Podziemski, a.k.a. Pods, has been incredible since the Jimmy trade. Before, 9.4 points per game on 32.7% from deep. Since, 14.4 points per game, shooting 40.7% from three. He's not just hitting spot-ups. He's creating, he's slashing, he's making winning plays.
Here's ball ended up in the lap of the sumo wrestler as Podziemski puts that up and in. Dubs with 13 unanswered. Podziemski, another one. He just tied his career best.
Green got it. Podziemski will fire the three.
He checked.
Oh, what a sequence for Golden State.
Then there's Kuminga. He scored 15 plus in 6 straight games. And when you look at the numbers, he's averaging 23 points per 36 minutes. As a 21-year-old, you can see the confidence growing, the decision-making, the defensive intensity. He's not just a project anymore. He's a real X factor.
The last 4 minutes of the first and into the second. And Kuminga ends that in a monster way.
Now drives, gets into the paint. Nice speed, Kuminga. Kuminga the slam!
This is all set up by the greatness of Curry to attract multiple guys, and another well-timed cut by Kuminga.
And that's not even mentioning Buddy Hield, Moody, and Quinn Post, who give Golden State scoring and depth they didn't have in 2022. This team is deeper, younger, and more versatile. Now, here's the underrated part of this trade. Jimmy didn't just help Steph. He made everyone better.
Points. This Van Vliet guarding Draymond is very interesting. Buddy Hield gets him 230.
We're tied at 74 under 6 to play.
Key, don't guard him. Wide open. Buddy Hield, touchdown. What a pass from Draymond Green.
You add a player who can score, defend, and make plays in the pick and roll, suddenly guys like Brandon Pods and Jonathan Kuminga have space to attack. Jimmy takes pressure off Steph, but also opens the floor for others. This is no longer just Steph and Hope. This is a well-oiled machine with multiple weapons and a real identity. Now, about Draymond Green. When he's locked in, he's still one of the smartest defenders on earth. And right now, he's completely locked in. He's directing traffic, switching everything, calling out plays before they happen, and anchoring a defense that ranks among the best in the league since the trade. Some analysts are even saying Draymond deserves Defensive Player of the Year. And he's doing it while playing center, just like he did during the 2022 championship run. Pair that with Jimmy's perimeter defense, and you got a playoff defense that can match up with anyone.
You know, with him on this team, whether he have 11 points, 2 or 30, he make us a real ball club.
I mean, I would like to hope so. Whatever it takes to win at this point for everybody.
Jimmy Butler always kind of assessing things, setting up Steph for the layup.
So, how does this Warriors team compare to 2022? Let's break it down. 2022 Steph, 24 points per game heading into the playoffs. 2025 Steph, 28 points per game, best number since MVP days. 2022 second option, Clay, aging and inconsistent. 2025 second option, Jimmy Butler, a proven playoff killer. 2022 youth, Poole, Moody, Kuminga, inexperienced. 2025 youth, Pods, Kuminga, healed, productive, ready. And most importantly, this team is peaking at the right time. They're healthier, they're more battle-tested, and they've still got Steph, Draymond, and Kerr leading the charge.
I'm most impressed with his passing. I just think his passing changes everything, connects the game, just his presence out there. He's a lion out there. He is a force.
Let's zoom out for a second. Steph Curry and LeBron James both have 4 rings. But if Steph wins another, that's 5 championships, all with one franchise, a ring in 3 different roster eras, and potentially more titles than LeBron. In the same era, it would be hard to argue against Steph being the greatest point guard of all time, and it might just push him into the top 5 players ever. This run could cement his legacy, or even rewrite it. Looking at the Western Conference, it is completely up for grabs. The Nuggets are great, but beatable. The Clippers are aging. The Lakers are still figuring it out, and teams like OKC, Houston, and Minnesota, as good as they've been, they're still young. They haven't been through the fire. The Warriors, they live in the fire. This is a team with championship DNA, real momentum, and a superstar who smells blood. They don't need home court, they just need a shot. And right now, they've got one. The Warriors aren't supposed to be here. They were left for dead, written off, dismissed, but they don't care about narratives, they care about rings. Steph is on a mission. Jimmy is doing Jimmy things. The young guys are balling. And Draymond? He's revived the defense. This isn't a farewell tour. This is a revenge tour. And with the playoffs just around the corner, the Warriors are clicking at the right time. But do you think they're legit title contenders? Or is this just a late season hot streak? Drop your take in the comments. And if you want more breakdowns like this one, from Steph's resurgence to Jimmy's impact, hit that like button, subscribe, and don't miss what's coming next, because the playoff run is gonna get wild.